last time I saw you were even more sharply dressed.
Yes.
Because you haven't been here since you got married.
Yeah, that's right.
I was at your wedding. I was very lucky to be at your wedding.
That's right.
I'm very lucky your wife and I work together. And,
That's right. She works on the show.
Yeah.
And did you have fun? Look, I don't care. Did you have a good time?
I did have a really good time.
That's all I'm more. Do you have a good time? Happy at your table?
You put me at a very good table.
It's all about the table.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you, can I name drop a few people at my
Sure,
table?
why not?
I mean, I had Jerry Seinfeld at my table.
Yeah. No, Jerry Seinfeld had you at his table. Wait.
That's right. I was.
It's Amy was there.
Yeah,
Jerry's
Amy
table.
Schumer. Right. Yeah, it was Jerry's
Jerry's
table.
head of the. If Jerry's not the head of the table, then what do we
That's
do?
right. Now that I think of it, I was in the middle of the table. I was not. I was just sort of the loose middle of the
Well,
table.
that's the thing about the table. You know, people get insulted. Like, whoever's the worst person at your table, people look at you like, oh, that's what you think of me? You know, so it's very touchy, weddings.
Very touchy wedding. Did you, were you an active participant in the planning?
Well, not really, but I do appreciate the government now, because it's like a government. You're trying to keep people like the United States government. It was like wedding planning.
Yeah.
Like Vermont can't be New Mississippi, and New York and Massachusetts, if they talk about sports, they'll start a fight at the wedding.
Right.
You know, and then you got Oregon, you can't serve steak, they're vegan, you know.
Yeah. You had a wonderful toast, a wonderful speech, I should say. Your vows were great.
Jen killed. My wife killed.
Yep, she was wonderful.
She was funny. A little uncalled for, some of the remarks about me, she said, but, you know, I had to let it slide.
You have to let it slide in your wedding day.
She trashed me with a couple of good jokes. I didn't like the cacophony of laughter.
Yeah.
The recognizable laughter.
Yeah.
On those jokes.
No, it was. Yeah, she made jokes about your personality that the audience, the people there laughed at in a way that you had to know then those jokes were accurate.
Yes,
yeah.
infuriating, yes.
This is very exciting, your new show.
Yeah.
You're on the road, the wrong side of history, and this is basically about things that have gone wrong.
Sure.
Like free speech.
Yeah,
a lot of people are champions of free speech.
Yes, they are. And free speech was great. Free speech was great. It was supposed to be you could vote for whoever you wanted. I didn't know I'd have to know your opinion of the Joker, the Masked Singer,
right.
Your food allergy. I mean, free speech, everybody's talking like right now, if we could do a little experiment.
Okay.
It's like we're having this conversation. Our country, the internet, is like all of us having a conversation.
I see.
So if you ask me a question, and I would like everybody, if you don't mind participating, doing my work for me, really, but answer your personal.
Oh, so you're saying that you want them to answer as well as if I'm asking them to?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Just so we can see what the internet sounds like.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
See,
that's the
not
internet,
fun.
right?
Yeah. So you think it's basically free speech is wasted on the internet?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I just feel like, at this point, free speech is one of those things that sound, everybody says free speech, the ultimate democracy. Like, that's a good, so what? You know what else the ultimate democracy stands at a Jets game? It doesn't make it a positive experience. And the internet has been like a Jets game. First half, everybody's supportive at the beginning. They were cheering each other on. Now it's the second half of the internet. People are walking around drunk in the stands trying to start fights, and everybody else is filming them while they're starting the fights.
Have you been watching the impeachment? Do you find that interesting at all?
Yes, very.
You do?
I mean, it's everybody's miserable. Everybody's heartbroken and miserable.
Yeah.
Except for Trump. Everybody's like, oh, Trump must be freaking out. This is what he lives for. Yeah. The parents fighting while the bad little boy runs around the White House in different rooms. Everybody's like, where is he? Trump, get back in. And what kills me is everybody's like, oh, he can get impeached. He's not leaving. You're going to have to, the only move you're going to make, no one's going to get him out of there. You're going to have to lock him in and then board it up and move the White House to 1601 Pennsylvania.
Just move it. Like, put it up and just, put it on back of one of those trucks. And then
Just leave it. That's a new White House address now.
The Oscars are coming up.
Yes.
I know you're a cinephile of sorts.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You love a movie.
Oh, I do love I love, like, a half a movie.
You did you tweeted about, I know you've seen The Irishman.
Yes.
You tweeted about it. You said Irishman is superior to Goodfellas in that Goodfellas cut out all the driving and checking into hotels.
Yes.
And just left in the exciting parts.
It was like a TripAdvisor Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it was a real reminder that, everybody thinks the mob, if you're in the mob, you just show up where you're supposed to be. You got to drive like everybody else.
Yeah. But that's Scorsese's problem.
Yeah.
Is that I love him. Once he leaves, once he goes above Canal Street, below the Bowery, I'm just like, no. I don't like seeing him in the bed. I don't even like Casino. Because that accent, that Great Lakes accent in the Irishman and Casino, it's not the same when they're like, hey, pal, I swear to God, I'm going to whack you, you know. It's supposed to be a New York accent. Hey, I didn't say I was a master of accents, folks. You know, I had high hopes for that one, but.
The Oscars is not going to have a host again.
I know.
How do you feel about hostless award shows?
Thank God.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
Because people, every movie's like serial killer, poison gas, World War I,
Yeah.
genocide, mass murderer, mafia, and they're like, don't bring out a host because people might get triggered. You know? It's like living in an old fable where the king who wouldn't laugh kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you? And did you like the days? Did you look forward to a comedian going out to tell jokes at award shows like that?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian. I'm always like, I love it.
Do you like it when, be honest, like sometimes, because those rooms are really hard. There are times where, I've loved watching someone kill at an award show. It's also a little fun when it doesn't go great.
So of course, because you identify, it's like any other job. When you see somebody doing something that hits you in your gut, you have to laugh.
Yeah.
So anytime you see a comedian with a little bit of sweat bead right there, you're like, oh, you laugh because that reminds you of.
Yeah.
You know they know what's about to happen. Even though the crowd doesn't know, they're like, this is gonna go south fast.
It's also that thing about an award show where it's not like doing a set in a club where you can adjust on the fly. Like
Right.
you've written your material.
Yeah.
And there are a few times in my career where you do two jokes and you put them there because you thought they were best to.
Yes.
And then they both strike out and you're like, oh, if you don't like those.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I got a bad feeling about
Yeah.
how the rest of this is gonna go.
Yep.